check things out. We are not so great wanderers.
G'day and welcome back to our next episode. In this one, we kick off at the Piazza del Popolo to join our tour group. Then we lace up our boots and hike up Mount Vesuvius before heading down into the ruins of Pompeii itself. From there, the adventure ramps up. We're joined by friends as we wander the Vatican, explore the mighty Castel Sant'Angelo, and even peek through a mysterious green door with a very famous keyhole. And of course, there's a cheeky beer review or two. Stick around, this one's a cracker. Good morning. So today we are going to Pompeii. We're joining a small group of people. No, I hope they're all going to Pompeii. But this is our meeting point, the Piazza del Popolo or something. Just another obelisk, stolen.
Obelisk number 6.
Oh, those Romans.
Today my name is Alice and our super driver is Massimiliano. He will bring us around for all day long and we hope to make the journey comfortable for you.
So we just made entry into Mount Vesuvius. A little bit of a walk, but it's raining and foggy. So I can't show you Naples, I can't show you the Mediterranean Sea, I can't show you nothing. The bus has arrived, so now we're heading up Mount Vesuvius, starting from the car park and trekking up in the rain. It's a steady climb, the path rising sharply with every soggy step, and the clouds aren't helping our view of the Gulf of Naples. Mount Vesuvius towers at around 1,281 metres, or 4,200 feet above sea level. Despite its destructive fame, the slopes remain lush and volcanic. Just mind the drizzle, which is pretty typical here apparently. From the summit, we can peer straight into the crater. It's a bit eerie looking down to this deep hollow, framed by its jagged rim, the smoky wisps rising from it. Those are fumaroles, sulphuric-rich steam escaping tiny vents in the rock, the last whispers of Vesuvius's smouldering power. The Gulf of Naples, hugging the Mediterranean coast, tends to get more rain than inland areas, I was told, so I'm expecting more drizzle as we climb. This volcano famously erupted in 79 CE, devastating Pompeii and burying it in ash and pumice, the fallout raining down for hours, until a deadly pyroclastic surge overwhelmed what was left, and that will be our next stop today. It's crazy to think we're standing on a volcano that once rained death on the ancient city below. It's quiet now, but you can almost imagine the roar from centuries ago. Old mate gets to read the newspaper in there. Nice beanie. It's like mine. Well, nothing says romance like trudging up a volcano in the rain. By the time we got to the top, we were soaked, puffing, but still found time for a few dodgy selfies. Nothing like sulphur fumes and soggy hair to make you look your best. Classic not so grey wanderers moment.
Yeah, so she's taking pictures.
Taking pictures, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so she's not.
Yes.
Yes.
As we step through the gates of Pompeii, we're greeted by a wide grassed area. A surprisingly calm welcome to such a dramatic place in history. And just beyond, looming in the distance, is Mount Vesuvius itself, where we just trudged in the rain. A chilling reminder of the eruption that buried this city nearly 2,000 years ago. Our guided tour starts here.
Some gladiators died locked in, no way to get out. Dancing to the money like a modern picture. Fall asleep here and you wake up in Rome and you will be okay, yeah? Alright. Alright, look, alright, I mean, all around, you see the big street, you see this side. Let's see the street first. This was the main street north-south. Then you will see there are other streets east, west. You see in the ground. So again, it's the volcanic snow from those early eruptions, but they did not know that. The other thing about the street is the big blocks, big blocks from one side to the other, thanks to which the people could cross the streets. Allora, look, do you see this place? This was like a shop counter with the original marble. Inside the counter you see some spaces with those containers.
We're now standing at Site 8 along the main north-south street, one of Pompeii's ancient car dines, where the real drama of history is written into the pavement. Look down. The worn cobblestones bear deep grooves from centuries of horse-drawn carts trampling through, like time-lapse of a daily life in stone. Moving inside one of the reconstructed houses, you'll see the classic atrium layout, the roof designed with a central opening, the compluvium, that allowed rainwater to pour down into the basin below, known as the impluvium. This ingenious setup collected water and even cooled the house passively through evaporation.
Then there was a basin, this is original. Okay, under the open roof you see the basin where they used to collect rainwater. Rainwater from the roof to the basin, and then under the ground on that side, underneath, right? You go, you take a look. You see again, you imagine. This was not the largest, the biggest villa in Pompeii, but now it's in good condition.
Next stop is a Pompeian bakery, one of at least 31 in the town. Imagine, ovens fired up daily, flour dust in the air, and bread kneaded fresh just before the eruption froze everything mid-sentence. It's a reminder of everyday life, suddenly interrupted, dust to dust, loaf to ash.
La photo, elle est dingo d'ici.
We saw Pompeii's grand amphitheatre at the start, but now we're standing in the Forum, the true heart of the city. This is where politics, religion and commerce all collided. Markets bustled, speeches echoed off the columns and temples framed the square. From here, our journey continues onto the museum where even more of Pompeii's story is preserved. Inside, we find mosaics and household treasures, but it's the plaster cast that stop you in your tracks. Archaeologists poured plaster into the voids left in the hardened ash, revealing hauntingly lifelike figures. Men, women, even children frozen in their final moments. You can see the detail of their expressions, their curled hands, their last desperate movements. It's both moving and eerie. And our time in Pompeii has taken us from ancient streets and worn cart tracks to homes, bakeries and the haunting museum casts. It's been a glimpse into everyday life suddenly frozen in time. And of course we couldn't resist one last selfie, proof that even in the shadow of history the not-so-grey wanderers are still smiling. So I've gone for a Peroni, what was it called? Hang on. This is a third beer tasting here in Italy. This is a Peroni Gran Reserva. So it's double malted. And Anthony, my son, has his birthday tomorrow and he introduced me to some different new beers. So this quest today is about different beers, so happy birthday for tomorrow, Ant. So anyway, double malted Peroni. The mouthfeel is very good on this one. You know when you're 13 or 14 years old and your dad's having a beer and he gets up and leaves the room for whatever reason, and you go off and you sneak and have a mouthful of his beer, a little cheeky taste. That's what this reminds me of.
Cheeky tasting beer.
Cheeky pinching beer from Dad when you're 13 or 14 year old.
I never did that.
Yeah, it's good. It's actually got a really nice mouth feel to it. You can really feel it on your taste bud. That's quite pleasant. 6.6% this one. Out of 5. Head retention's not too bad. Just sticking to the side of the glass. Out of 5. 4. I'm going to say this is the best beer so far in Italy.
There you go.
Roni double malted. Give it a crack. It's the next day in Rome and our friends were up bright and early to get started for their Basilica tour. We are heading to meet them just outside the Vatican walls, ready to kick off another day's adventure. So we're approaching the Vatican City. And there's not as many people here as we thought, but we're not close enough yet. Another 500 metres and we'll find out. Not too many people trying to get us to buy tickets, but that'll happen. No, we're not going inside, thanks. As we arrive at St. Peter's Basilica, the first thing that strikes you is the crowd. Long lines stretch across the square, tourists from all corners of the world, and no doubt a few locals, all eager for their chance to step inside this iconic landmark. The scale of the place is massive, and just looking up at the dome you can't help but imagine the climb. For those keen enough, there's a narrow, spiral staircase that winds its way up to the very top, leading to a viewing deck perched on the dome itself. From there you can look out across the Vatican Gardens, the Piazza below, and far across the rooftops of Rome. A view that has inspired pilgrims and travellers for centuries. While we're staying outside today, our good mate Bob did make the journey inside and he shared some of the photos with us. Through his lens we get a glimpse of the dazzling interior, the marble floors, the vast columns, the sheer artistry that makes St. Peter's such a breathtaking space. It's almost as if we've had a sneak peek ourselves without joining the endless line. And that's the magic of travelling with friends. You get to share the experience even when you're standing outside looking in. From here, our footsteps are going to lead us down the road to another Roman icon, Castel Sant'Angelo, our next stop. Hey, lucky. So here we are at Castel Sant'Angelo. There's only a few people again. Where are we, Kim, and what are we doing?
We're in line
For
again for Castel
Sant'Angelo.
Sant'Angelo. Yeah.
This is where the secret passage is, so when the popes want to run away, they can run to here.
Yes.
And no one knows about it. It's like that secret keyhole.
Yeah. That's a shame.
So we made it inside after a bit of a debacle with the tickets. So if you download a ticket to your phone, you've got to go to one of the persons to get a paper ticket, and then you can get yourself in. Castel Sant'Angelo was first built nearly 2,000 years ago as a mausoleum for Emperor Hadrian, but over the centuries it's become a fortress, a papal refuge, and even a prison. Wandering through its winding passages, are we going to feel the layers of Roman history packed into these walls?
Did you see it?
What?
It's bloody incredible, mate. Hang on. You look through it.
A keyhole.
You look through it and you see nothing.
So Adrian built it, did he?
Hadrian.
Oh, Hadrian.
Hadrian's brother.
making of a fantastic photo. Castel Sant'Angelo began life as the grand mausoleum for Emperor Hadrian, who wanted a monumental resting place for himself and his family. That explains the endless stairs we're climbing now. They were part of the original spiralling ramp designed to move funeral processions up through the core of the building to the burial chamber. Over the centuries though, this place became far more than a tomb. The popes fortified it into a stronghold, adding walls, battlements and even a secret passageway that connects directly to the Vatican so they can escape in times of danger. Today, as we wind our way upwards, we're not just walking through the layers of stone, but through the layers of history, from imperial grandeur to papal refuge, all under one very solid Roman roof. After all those stairs, the reward is right here on the terrace of Castel Sant'Angelo. From this vantage point you get one of the best panoramas in Rome. We can see St. Peter's Basilica, its dome dominating the skyline, and to the other side the Tiber River winds its way through the city, crossed by the elegant Ponte Sant'Angelo lined with angel statues. It's a view that captures Rome's layers, ancient, medieval and modern, all in one sweep. Hard to imagine this started at Hadrian's tomb, yet today it offers a stage for some of the most spectacular views in the Eternal City. Inside Castel Sant'Angelo, the opulent chambers are lined with frescoes and golden detail, a reminder this fortress was once fit for emperors and popes alike. Up on the roof, the sweeping views of Rome made it the perfect spot for a few cheeky selfies with St. Peter's Dome in the background. From here, we've made our way through the streets to Aventine Hill, where crowds gather at a plain green door. The lines are long, the sun's warm, all for the chance to glimpse. So we've waited in this queue for over an hour with the rest of these people. This better be good, Bob. The walk from Castel Sant'Angelo to here is just over 4 kilometres, leading us to one of Rome's best kept secrets, the Aventine keyhole. But the line is long, the sun's warm, and the anticipation builds as we shuffle forward. This better be good, Bob, your reaction better be good. Finally my turn. So why the fuss over a simple keyhole? Because when your turn comes, you're rewarded with a perfectly framed view of St. Peter's Basilica peeking through the gardens of the Knights of Malta. A little slice of Roman magic worth the wait.
We are now recording.
So tonight I'm drinking Verifico Angelo Portetti. It's original. It says it's original. It's 5%. Again, not much head retention. It's a very pale ale.
Good second day in Rome.
It smells like beer. You know when it's a really hot day and you've been out mowing the lawn and you want something refreshing after you've been mowing the lawn. This would be the beer. It's not heavy, it's really easy to drink, it's quite refreshing, it leaves a good aftertaste. Yeah, it's quite pleasant. It's quite pleasant drinking beer. I reckon out of 5, 4. A bit more head retention would be nice. Yeah, I'd give that a 4 out of 5. So all day Bob's been talking about he's going to get himself a pint of Shiraz. So I've got myself a beer. That's Bob's pint. Bloody pathetic. And that brings our Roman wanderings to a close. From volcanoes to ancient ruins, the Vatican to a mysterious keyhole. It's been an amazing journey, but the adventure's not over yet. We're packing our bags, boarding a train and heading north to Florence, where a whole new chapter for the not-so-grey wanderers begins.